I find it strange really, no?
Madam Chair.
Parang you are so near yet you're so far.
Madam Chair.
The BIR apparently complied with the subpoena by bringing to us the sealed box. But because of that issue of confidentiality, we cannot open the box.
Madam Chair.
The impeachment does not give us license for unlimited discovery. And so we must take note of the objection of the BIR Commissioner that Section 270 of the National Internal Revenue Code criminalizes the divulgence of tax returns by BIR officials. This is very clear. And the only exception that I can think of is the one mentioned by the Commissioner. And even then, if we invoke that section, it refers to inquiries in aid of legislation. And I think that this impeachment proceeding is so far away from an inquiry in aid of legislation. Furthermore, Madam Chair, the subject or the respondent in the impeachment case is the Vice President. Attorney Manscarpio, whose tax returns we are going to expose here now, is a private citizen. He is her husband, and he is not the one who is the respondent in the impeachment case, which also brings us to Section 3 of the Data Privacy Act, which treats income tax returns as sensitive personal information, which is included in the heightened privacy protections of that statute. And it is not a shield that vanishes whenever Congress decides to take up a subpoena pen. And so, inuulit ko po, Madam Chair, na hindi dapat talaga natin ilabas yung ITR ni Attorney Manscarpio dito sa hearing natin ngayon.
Madam Chair.
May I ask first the BIR Commissioner, if indeed the Justice Committee has no authority to open this box, then when will be the right time to see the contents of this box?
Actually, Madam Chair, when we submitted the documents subject of the subpoena to the House Committee on Justice, we are very much aware as well of the requirement that the same should be in aid of legislation. And
Louder,
our
Commissioner,
premise-
please.
And our premise, when we submitted the documents, is that the proceedings of the committee is also in aid of legislation, given the plenary power of Congress to legislate. This is just my opinion, Madam Chair. Whatever that may be discussed here could possibly the basis of a possible amendment of, for example, the Bank Secrecy Law or of the tax code itself. And so again, Madam Chair, yes, we are aware that when we submit the documents, it must be in aid of legislation. Our premise when we submitted the documents is that this proceeding is also in aid of legislation. Now, applying what the law expressly says, it can only be examined if the two requisites concur in aid of legislation and in an executive session. Thank you, Madam Chair.
But this is not an inquiry in aid of legislation. As clearly pointed out by the members, this is entirely different proceeding. This is an impeachment proceeding.
If that is the case,
Madam Chair.
then Section 20A will not apply.
What is Section 20?
The submission of pertinent information by the Commissioner to Congress.
That is an
20.
exception.
That is an exception, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair.
The Honorable
Madam Chair.
Terry Ridon.
Madam Chair, I'd like to state that Section 20, which is being stated, no? Can you state it for the record, Honorable Commissioner, please? The provision again, can you state it again for the record, please?
That is Section 20 NIRC.
Yes, Section 20
Yes, Madam
NIRC.
Chair.
Can we flash it?
Submission to Congress.
Secretariat. Section 20 NIRC.
Please read it for the record, please. Restate it again, please.
Yeah.
Madam
Section 20, letter A, submission of pertinent information to Congress. the provision of Section 270 of this code to the contrary notwithstanding, the Commissioner shall, upon request of Congress and in aid of legislation, furnish its appropriate committee pertinent information, including but not limited to industry audits, collection performance data, status reports in criminal actions initiated against persons, and taxpayers' returns, provided, however, that any return or return information which can be associated with or otherwise identify, directly or indirectly, a particular taxpayer shall be furnished the appropriate committee of Congress only when sitting in executive session unless such taxpayer otherwise consents in writing to such disclosure.
Thank you for restating the provision. I'd like to state for the record that the subpoena given to the BIR, Madam Chair, is not a request. It is part of a compulsory process in which the BIR had complied. So my question to BIR is whether or not this particular provision actually applies to this particular submission to the impeachment proceeding. Because we are not requesting anything from the Commission. We are requiring, under compulsory processes of impeachment rules, for the BIR to actually submit these documents of the Vice President, of Attorney Carpio, and their firms to Congress. And second point, to be clear, when the Commission actually submits it to Congress, the penalty is not on members of Congress, no? It is, the penalty is on BIR officers, employees, no? When they make a divulgence, is that correct? So in the event that the documents are actually submitted and ultimately unsealed by this committee during impeachment proceedings, what criminal offense actually exists on a BIR officials when the persons that will actually unseal and look into the documents will not be the BIR, it will be the members of this committee, Madam Chair.
I find it strange really, no?
Madam Chair.
Parang you are so near yet you're so far.
Madam
They
Chair.
the BIR apparently complied with the subpoena by bringing to us the sealed box. But because of that issue of confidentiality, we cannot open the box.
Madam Chair.
Honorable Tino.
Madam Chair, first of all, we note that the BIR themselves have a broad interpretation, which I happen to agree with regard to the meaning of in aid of legislation. No, ibig sabihin, my understanding is that is Congress discharging its duties. So the impeachment process in that broad sense will also be covered by in aid of legislation. Katulad nga ng nabanggit, no? There are many issues that have arisen here which may be the subject of legislation. For example, yung mga problema sa bank secrecy law, no? Kaya nga po ang sinabi ko kanina, ang aking posisyon ay covered na ito. Pwede for as long as the documents are inspected by this committee in executive session, no? Pero kung hindi naman, I mean, kailangan pa ba, if for example, I file a resolution in aid of legislation, which also results in the subpoena of the same documents, di pwede na. Ganun po ba ang sinasabi ng committee? No? In other words, the contents of the documents are not beyond the reach of this committee. No? And so I would subscribe to the broad interpretation of the phrase in aid of legislation, Madam Chair.
We note the manifestation of the Honorable Tino. Now we recognize the Honorable Karen Lagbas.
Madam Chair, there is a Latin maxim which provides expressio unius est, exclusio alterius. This means that the express mention of one thing implies the exclusion of another. It is very clear that the officers, or employees of the BIR are prohibited from divulging information regarding the taxpayer or any information relative thereto. And there is only one exemption, if the Congress requests in aid of legislation. And yes, Madam Chair, should we allow BIR to violate this specific prohibition, they will be subjected to penalties. Kawawa naman po sila, Madam Chair. Nag-comply naman po sila sa subpoena. They are here. They waited for more than 9 hours. Nag-comply sila, andito po yung box. Sana naman magiging sensitive na rin tayo by at very least complying with what is provided for by the law. That is all.